Well, welcome back to the channel and thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to change the controller on my e-bike so I can put a rear light on which comes on with the bike. I've already got an headlight. This is on the Cyrusher Ovia. I've already got an headlight on which is operated by the switch on the control on the handlebars. However, I do believe once the rear light's on, the rear light will come on when you turn the bike on. It won't be controlled by that switch. That's what I believe. That's what I found out on the internet. I usually watch videos how to change these things over just so I can get it in my head what I need to do. However, I can't find a video of this actual bike, so I've got to kind of wing it a little bit. I've got the instructions. I think there's some instructions. Actually, I haven't seen any instructions, so I'm not sure. However, when the bike came, it came with a battery light on the back. And it wasn't operated from the battery that's on the bike that powers the bike. But this new light will, but I need to change the controller so this light works. So that's a little bit of the technical part that I'm unsure of, so we'll see. And I'm a little bit nervous because I don't want to stop my bike from running. I thought today was probably the best day to do it. The temperature's gone up a little bit from the last time I did a video. It's about 11 degrees, so it's just bearable to be in the garage, because in the garage it holds the cold. But it's not too bad. The only other problem I have as well, being 60, and I know there's a lot of fit 60 people out there, we're all different, is bending down to do it, because it's right down by the floor. So what I'm going to try and do, I don't know if I can do it, but I'm going to try and get my bike up on the bench. Now there's only me, this is an heavy bike, I want to try and get it up there, so I'm working, at this kind of level, which will make it comfortable for me to do it. Hopefully I can do that. And once I've cleared my bench off, the garage is a mess at the moment. It always happens every winter. As I come to winter, I come less and less down the garage to do any work, whatever it is, whatever my hobby is. It gets that cold in here. Yeah, I've got heaters and stuff like that, but it's so expensive. The last few years it's just been a no-no. So what happens is just chuck stuff in here, out of the way, come in to get something, don't put it away properly, and over a few months it looks like it does at the minute, and it looks like a bomb site. But come the spring I usually tidy it all back up, and it gets nice and tidy. So what I've got to do first is clear this bench off. As you can see, it's a bit of a nightmare, and that's just part of the garage. But what I'll do once that's cleared, I'll have a go at getting the bike up there and see how it goes. So I'll catch you in a mo. Okay, I've cleared the bench off kind of. The handlebars are quite narrow, and it looks like there's enough room to get the wheels on there. I don't know if I'll be able to get it on the stand because it might be leaning too far over, so I've got to look at that once it's up there. How the heck I'm going to get it up there, I don't know. I'll just move my camera bag out of the way because this thing is heavy. I'm unsure if I'm going to show this part on the video because I don't know what it's going to look like. Oh my god. And I've also got to make sure I've got it round the opposite way to what it is now, so the front's facing that way, because it's that side of the bike I need to work on. So if I can get the front wheel up there somehow, I've got to try and balance it and then lift the back up. Let's give it a go. Let me see. Let me go from there. Lift. That's the front wheel up. Woo. That's a long way to go up. I don't know if I'm gonna. Here we go. No, it's way too heavy to try and lift it there, but if I can use my stool to get it part way up, which is stuck between some wood. If I can get the back wheel onto there, that's going to get it part way up. Still quite a way up. Let's go. Oh, that. There you go. Whew. That's the back wheel on the stool. Now I've just got to get it up onto the bench, which shouldn't be too bad. I just got to watch me plane up there. Bring the front wheel round a little bit, and then here we go. Oh, there we go. That will go over there. My stand. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Let me show. There, that wasn't too bad. It's up there. Now, it's at a workable height now. I can work on it, which is actually better for me. Because what I've got to do is take this plate off. This has got to come off, and that's where the controller is in there. And then route the cables up, and then the backlight will go on there. That is a battery operated one, which I need to take off. So what I'm going to do before I start anything, I'm going to take off this saddle bag. I'm just going to move that out of the way. So that's going to come off. It's going to help me to work in that area better. Then I've got to come down here and look at the speed controller. So let's get this off. I want to see if I can mount this bag when I put it back on, see if I can get it further this way, because that restricts the light at the back. Although if you meant the distance you see it, and you would see it, but I just feel like that bag needs to come this way a little bit. So let me get this bag off. It's all by Velcros. There's nothing in it at the moment. It's got a couple of things, but nothing important. So off it comes. Hopefully. Where's it gone? It'll be a tab to pull. There we go. And off she comes. Yeah, when I put it back on, I want it to kind of sit there if I can. I don't know if I can get it to sit there, but I'll try. It just feels a bit, I think I'd be a bit more comfortable with it being in that position. Maybe I put it on wrong last time. But I think it's all to do with the front straps actually, but I'll see when we get back to that. I can pop down there. So if I bring you over there, I'll take this light off, which is just battery operated, which was a pain to try and switch on because it was underneath the bag. You can see. Oh, still a good light, and it was okay. I'm going to be honest, I actually forgot this was on the bike when I did my last vlog, because I came from work, although it was still light out, and I didn't really need the lights on. I could put my front one on because it was overcast, and I did say on my last video I'd forgot to take me other rear light with me. I totally forgot all about this one, this battery one. I could have put it on. Anyway, that's where we are. And where I need to be now is I'm going to find an Allen key to fit that, and we'll take it off. But I'll tell you what, before I do that, we'll have a look what's in the bag, shall we? So what I did, I contacted Cyrusher. It was before Christmas, probably October time, and asked about a rear light for it, and they sent all this equipment for free. So it's been sat there since then. What have we got? Okay, couple of locking nuts. Oh, let's see what they've done. That's to lock the light on the back. And that's the new light. Hopefully it works nice. And then I don't have to worry about not having charging up my rechargeable rear light. It just makes sense. I do believe this also works with the brakes, and it acts as like a brake light as well, so that would be cool. So shall I fit that first? Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I'll get this fitted. It's got a socket on that end, so I'm guessing there's going to be a cable in there to connect to that and come down to the controller in there. So I'm just going to put that down. We'll just have a look what's in this bag, which should be the controller and the cabling. And don't forget, Cyrusher sent all this free of charge, no postage. I'll just grab a knife. I hope everything's here. So I suppose it's good checking it before I start putting the rear light on, make sure it's all here. I've noticed there is no instructions. Okay. Just took all that in there. What I did have to do was send a picture of the controller that was in there, so they sent me the correct one. So I have had this plate off before and just popped the controller out just to check it and take a photograph. So, okay. I've got an XT60. Not sure what you call them, but that's the one that goes up to the rear light. We've got a red one there, which is a male, and there's a female there. And then we've got two of those plugs there, which are opposite. So hopefully whatever's in there should all fit opposite. And that's the main cable which comes through there and then goes to the motor, which is there. So that will go there. So that's got to be changed. So all being well, it should be quite basic, and just change the cables over for each cable. Hopefully that's how it'll work, but we'll see. What I'll do is take lots of photos of where all the cables are before I take them out, just in case I put this in, it doesn't work, whatever, I need to put the other one back. At least I'll have photographic evidence of where everything goes. So that's what I tend to do. Okay, should I put that backlight on? I'll tell you what, I'm going to take this panel off and we'll have a look at all the connections in there, see if they match up with the ones that are in there. I think that'll be the safe bet. So I'll just grab some Allen keys and I'll crack on with that. There's a tray for me bolts. That's the one. There we go. See, the other speed controller is actually bolted in there. I remember now. Which I've got to disconnect from underneath. There's just two bolts that goes into an aluminium plate that holds it in position. These are different sizes, so you can't get them mixed up. So now the speed controller and the cables should come out, I think. Can't remember. I thought I did. I thought I popped this over here before. There you go. It's completely out of the way now. And there's the speed controller. Okay, let me see. We've got a cable there. Pull these cables out. Come out of there. What I don't want to happen is the plugs come undone, so I can just check. Okay, what I'm going to do is take this aluminium plate off, so that's out of the way, ready to put onto the new controller. I think that's the same size as the ones that were underneath. So that's the plate off, the aluminium plate, which will eventually go on the side there, and there's two holes I can see. I'm assuming they match up, and those bolts will reattach and fix to that. In fact, I can do that now, and then that keeps them out of the way. It's just a sticky label. Not too tight, just tighten them up to the nip and then just give them a slight turn. Should suffice. So all the way down, get to as far as you can go, then just a little crimp up like that, and that should do it. That should be enough. So now, once I take that one off, I know that's the one that's got to go back in, because that's the one on the plate, and I won't get them mixed up. Let me check these connections. So I know that one's the controller there. Oh yeah. Oh. There's the XT60. Is it tied up there? They're really tight. There's the XT60, which must be that one there. So that's the XT60. Those two, that one hasn't got to be touched, I don't think. That's one. Let me see what that is. Open this up. Right, it's yellow. So I've got a yellow one there. So if I take that out, Okay. So that one will go to there. I was getting confused there because there's also a plug yellow. That's for the rear light. It goes right up to the rear light, that one. I was thinking then, oh, that ain't going to fit, but that's going to go to that one. So you can't get, what I'm thinking is you can't get them confused, because, so now I should have, I've done that one. I know that's for the light, and I should have those two red ones, which I can see there's two here, but they're really going to be difficult to get to. Will they come down a bit more? I don't know if they're tucked up or they're tied in. Right. Okay. Guys, you know what I haven't done, which I should have done before touching any of this, is take the battery out. I just thought about that. Don't make that mistake. Right, I think, is that the one? Yeah. This is the first time I'm going to take this battery out since I've had it. And then is there that's it. And then it pops forward and out. There she is. Thinking about it, guys, I should have taken that out before I lifted it up, because that's half the weight. Well, at least if you're watching this and you're going to attempt to do it, you won't make the mistakes I made. But yes, definitely make sure you take the battery out before you start messing with these cables. That was a schoolboy error, wasn't it? Just get that dirt off. Right, I'm just going to put this somewhere safe, so it's out the way. Yeah, schoolboy error that. Didn't have me thinking head on, did I? Right, so where was I? Okay, XD60, I'm taking it out. There we go. So that's the XD60, and that goes up the frame. I'm guessing goes up to the battery. Let me get a light on there. No wonder that one won't come out. What they've done, if you can see, I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but the red and black wire of the XT60 yellow plug you can see there are either side of this cable, which is, I think, is the brake cable. So that means I've got to disconnect the brake cable to get it off, or I snip it off, which I really didn't want to do, and I'm not too fussed. I can re-solder a new plug on if I need to, but can you see that? I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but I'll try and take a photograph of it and put it up. That's why that one won't come out. I must have put the speed controller in, connected all that up, then fed the brake cables through and gone right between the two cables. So it means I'm going to have to snip that cable. Didn't really want to do that, but I'm going to snip it there. I haven't got my... There you go. Didn't really want to do that, but I didn't have much choice. No. I should still be able to get it out now. But that's got to go over there. And out it comes. So right. It's coming. There we go. And there it is. Speed controller out. And the only thing I had to cut was that one there. Now, if I have to, I can resolder a new XT60 on there. Not that I wanted to do that, but I had no choice other than taking off the brake cable. And I don't want to be messing with the brake cables today. So we'll put that to one side. That's a good controller, working controller, we know. And now is to fit it all back together. I think we'll wire it all up, get the cable out for the light to go up there, put the plate on, and then forget about that and couple everything up and the light up. Or do I leave it open to make sure there's any problems? It's not a problem to take the plate off, is it? And in theory, all the plugs can only go into one plug. There's no two plugs alike. So in theory, as long as this controller's working okay, that should be fine. So let me think about this. What I'm going to do is screw the controller in before I plug the plugs back in. I think that'll be the best thing to do. Okay, so okay, so what I need to do is just bring this back round so it's out of the way. Okay, so here's all my cables. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the main cable, this big one first. Get that through. That goes to the motor, straighten it out. This is where you need little fingers, not like sausage fingers like mine. She goes. In she goes. Then we just tighten this up. And then that cable's tight. All I've got to do is put a couple of cable ties on there. Make sure the slack's in there. Cable ties there. I brought myself a crimping set from Aldi the other day. That, and there's some nice sized cable ties in there, which will be ideal for there. I've got some others, but I think I've got some white ones and some orange ones. So, but these are black, and I think they're just the ideal size for there. Let's give it a go. May as well cable tie these in now. So that'll go through there. I need to cable tie that. Yeah, I'll do that. Always the same when you've got big fingers and little jobs to do, and you can't see a bloody thing as well. There we go. Just make sure that's nice and tight there. That's it. And I'll get some snips in a minute, and I'll just snip that off. And then we've got another one to go there. Another one, which goes through there. And goes through there, nice and tight. And then all the slack will go up there. I might just put another one there in a minute, because I've still got another cable to come through. What do you? Double checking everything's plugged in, which it looks like it is. So this is the scary part where I put the battery in, just to try it. Right, I'll get the battery, plug her in. Just Right, I'm just going to keep hold of the bike and I'm going to turn it on. Once I turn it on, I think you should see the light come on. Here we go. Oh, light's on. Right, I'm going to squeeze the brake. Oh, they've got brake lights. So I assume everything is wired up correctly. So I'm going to turn it back off. Off it's gone. I'm going to take the battery back out again, just while I'm messing with the cables. There we go. Just to make sure everything's safe. That's the battery out. So, it looks like I wired it up correct. And to be fair and to be honest, you really can't go wrong. All the cables are, you know, quite basic. You can't go wrong because the plugs can only go into the correct plugs, if you know what I mean. So I was a bit wary of doing it. I haven't tested the bike yet, but it seems like it's working. So what I'll do is I'll get the cable fed through and we'll start putting it all back together. Or disconnect it from the cable. Oh, they're always tight. There we go. Now we know it's working. That's now just got to be cable tied up to the back of the bike. I just need to tidy all this up and cable tie it together and stow it away. I've taken the battery out, so I'm messing about with the cables. It should be safe. So I'll crack on with that. I just want to do That's the plate back on. All I've got to do now is take the battery light off the back, route the cable up to the new light, fix the new light on, and we should be ready for a road test. So let's do that. So I've got to route the cable along the frame. So what I want to do is actually go behind the frame there, because it comes up there and then it connects to the up there and then it runs round to the light there. Once I take that battery light off, and we should be good to go. So that's the next job. So I just got to get these nuts off. It's a bit fiddly because you have to get your fingers around the back of the bag carrier. That one's loose now, should come off with my fingers. Like that, and the washer. That's it, off. The new one does come with nuts and washers as well, but I'm guessing these are the same size, I would imagine. So that one's loose now. There we go. And off comes the battery lights off. Okay, so here goes the new one. We're going to put the new one on. Let's see how the cable's going to go. Before I nip it right up. It's nice and central, it's looking like it. And there you go, it's central. I'll put it central with that screw there and the point there. So I've got it central on the bike. That's it all tightened up, so all I've got to do now is route the cable, and we're then going to be putting the bag back, the bag on the back, and then I'll take it for a little test run as long as it's not raining. I'm just going to put this in. Believe that's it done. Cable management in place. So let's give it a whirl. Fingers crossed. That's it. Locked up. Okay. Just hold on to the bike. Here we go. I'm turning on. Oh, where's my button? I've seen the dashboard's on. And the lights on. Brake going on. Way, we got brake lights. Okay, brilliant. Whoa. So what I'll do now is put the saddlebag back on. I'll turn the bike off. Off she goes. Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do just before I do any more is take this covering off, the protective covering off the light. wheel on there. How do I take it to the floor like that? I think I could pick the old bike up now. So can I go to there? Right, here we go. I'm going to take the old weight. Okay, that's not too bad. And down she goes. Hey. And she's on the floor. Right. There we go. She's back down. Now all I've got to do is give her a whirl, see how it goes. What I'll do, I'll attach the camera to the bike and we'll take her for a run. Not far, we'll just take her up the road, make sure it's all working. A bit of an hill, so I'll... Okay, it feels like the power assist, not we've seen in power assist 1. I might have to go into the settings, maybe something. Right, I'm going uphill, power assist 1, just knock it down a bit. Power assist 3, there's no difference. Power assist 4, no difference. Okay, so although the throttle works okay. So the power assists are not working, so I need to look into that. Although if I go into 0, it turns the power assist off, but it seems like all the power assists are all the same. Okay, let's go in and see if I can remedy that. Yeah, it just feels like it's in power assist 1 all the time.